Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and this is the next Saturday with Stacy, YouTube class number 563. Hello everybody. If you are joining me for the very first time, hey there, I'm Stacy. I'm the owner of Scrapbooking Made Simple at scrapbookingmadesimple.com. We are a brick and mortar retail store here in Canyon Country, California, and we also happen to have an online presence. We are excited to have you here. This is a full-length, technique-based, commercial-free class, and I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to be today. Let me tell you, it's been a day, and this class will premiere ideally Saturday morning, 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom. But it is already Saturday morning. I am here at the shop so late. It really is. I'm already into Saturday morning. So I'm not 100% sure that by the time I'm done with this class, YouTube will get it loaded and processed in time to launch at 8 a.m. We're just going to keep our fingers and our toes crossed that it happens. Why? Why am I here so late? Well, you see, the Edison man came by last week or earlier in the week, and I was in Las Vegas at a trade show. So the girls couldn't help him because I had the key to the utility box. Why am I the only one in our entire shopping center with the key to the utility box? I don't know, but I am. Stacy, keeper of the keys. So they called today and came back, and I let them in the back, and they took a look at what they needed to do and then left. And I thought, okay, easy peasy, they did what they needed to do, only to have them come back much later and say, we're turning off your power. You're turning off my power? Yes. Okay, for how long? Until we're done. So I've been waiting for the power to turn back on so I could be here, so we could be here to live chat during today's Saturday with Stacy YouTube class. It's late. Well, it is Saturday morning at this point, and I know I'm going to get a bit punchy and maybe a little bit loopy, but we're going to have a great time, I promise you. This class is all about my next collection with Sizzix. It is my Christmas collection, my very first Christmas collection with Sizzix, and I kind of call it a nod to Christmas. Yes, there's oodles of Christmas joy to be had with my dies and my stamps and my stencils, but the product is also useful all year round. So you're not going to buy it this Christmas and then think you have to put it away until next Christmas. No, many of these items you're going to be able to utilize all year, not just for the holidays. I've made it a nod to Christmas so that you get the most value for your money. If I can make something that sings and dances and whistles and carries a merry tune, if it does all of those things, well then you are getting value. And if I can put a die or a stamp or a stencil together that will work for a holiday Christmas theme, but will also work for birthday, camping, Mother's Day, Father's Day, wedding, anniversary, all of those things, well then you're even getting more for your money. So this is the Scrapbooking Made Simple launch of my Nod to Christmas with Sizzix. I know it's later than everybody else, and I'm going to tell you just a little bit about that. But first, let me do Winner Winner Chicken Dinner, because I have two wonderful ladies who have won $75 to Scrapbooking Made Simple in the way of a gift card. You're like, $75? I'm like, yep. So how did they become a Winner Winner Chicken Dinner? Well, first, they had to like the video. That's key. You gotta like the video. Then you've got to post a comment below. And if you post a comment below and your comment is selected, we look at the likes to see how much money we're going to give away in gift cards. If it's up to 250 likes, we give away $25 each to 2 lucky winners. If it's up to $500 likes, we give $50 away. Up to 750 likes, we give $75 away. And up to 1,000 likes, we give $100 away. Now, we were really, really, really close to 750 likes. Had that happened, we'd be giving away, if it was 751 likes, we'd be giving away $100. We were so close. But I don't think either of these ladies are going to be disappointed with $75 to spend. Are you ready to hear if you are our lucky winner? Our first winner is Sue. Sue Townsend. Hello, Sue. How are you? How are you doing, girlfriend? Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Wahoo, could you, Sue? And our next, same thing, is Gail. Gail, I never know how to spell your or pronounce your last name. Nemeki. Okay, Gail, I love you. You love me. It's a mutual love fest. But I can't do your last name. But does it matter? $75. $75 buys you a lot of, I wish I could say your name, but I can't. It's Nemek. Okay. Gail, winner, chicken dinner. Sue, winner, chicken dinner. Ladies, you don't have to do anything to claim your prize. It's already in your online account. We have to do the winner, chicken dinner dance. Are you ready? I even clapped this time. Ooh, you're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, ka-choo, for you. Congratulations to the both of you. I hope you enjoy your winnings. Now, this is the launch of the Stacy Park Christmas collection, the July collection for Sizzix. And yes, it launched on July 1st, just not here. You're like, Stacy, you're the designer. I know. Shouldn't you launch it when it launches with everybody else? No. I took a conscious step back when I decided to be a licensed designer with Sizzix. I thought that it would be only fair to give other retailers, whether they be brick and mortar or online retailers, the opportunity to carry my product before me. If I launched it at the same time as everybody else, a lot of people want to buy from the designer first. They want to buy directly from the designer. And while I appreciate that very, very much, I also appreciate everybody supporting all the local independent stores, whether they be a brick and mortar or an online. So I decided that we would launch 3 weeks after everybody else has it, giving them the opportunity to do classes with it and to share it with you and to show it off. And then Scrapbooking Made Simple, Stacy, would come in afterwards and we would launch it a little bit later, just so that it's a fair playing field for everybody. It would be easy to launch at the exact same time, but how do you ask a retailer to take their open to buy dollars, their money to spend, and spend it on you, on me, spend it on me when I'm not willing to help them sell the product? I'm saying, come buy my dies and my stamps and my stencils from Sizzix, but I'm going to release it at the same time you are. So, if you don't quite sell all of it because, well, I'm selling it too bad. Nope, that doesn't work. Does not work for me. Every designer is different. So I take a step back so those retailers get an opportunity to shine and get the opportunity to share with you the product first while I support them during my Take Two Tuesday events where we highlight independent retailers. But today it is my turn to share with you my collection, and I'll be sharing it with you over the next several months because my next release for Sizzix isn't until October. So my August Stacy video will also be using probably my Christmas release. So today I'm just going to be playing with a few of the items. In fact, maybe just one of the items. And I'm going to piggyback off of my Take Two Tuesday from last week, which people just went pshh. In fact, local SMS girl Tammy came in. She's like, I had no idea. And I'm like, huh? And she's like, Stacy, oh my gosh. And I said, ha. So I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on what I did in that Take Two Tuesday class. And if you haven't seen it, I encourage you to go watch it. It is on our YouTube channel. I think I have it wrong. I think it's Take Two Tuesday number 25, not 24. Could be wrong. But you will, if you watch this, you'll see some of what I did in that class as well. And I'm just going to take it one step further. So if you are ready to go, I'm ready to start. I'm just going to show you a few quick samples of some of the items that I'm going to have for you. I'll walk you through all of my collection. I'll show you all of the die stamps and stencils. Yes, there is an I Want It All bundle available. Yes, it's at an amazing price. Yes, it has a free gift, but we'll get to that later. Let's play. I want to play, I guess I'm going to play the night away is what it is. I am a lady of a certain age, and I have not seen this hour since I was much, much younger. Usually the only time I see this time of night is because I have to get up to go potty. Okay. Told you I get punchy. Down we go. It's going to be a great class, you guys. I promise you. It's going to be too much fun. Let me zoom on in. So for those of you who are new, I am my own camera person. My camera is literally attached to a 2x4. We are not very techie here, but our heart's in the right place. So last Tuesday, I did this with one of my dies. And this is a kiss cut technique using my microfine glitter. Pretty, right? So we're going to elaborate on this just a little bit. But just to give you an idea, there's a few other eyes. This is also using my glitter in one of my stamp sets, my stamp and stencil sets. And this one was done using my 4-layer stencil set. So pretty. So I will walk you through all of those items, all of the SKUs, all of the designs for July a little bit later. But I want to really get started with what we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to take some white paper, and I think I'm just going to cut it right in half. I'm using just 8.5 by 11 or A4. It's one of the two that I have here. Because I'm going to be taking some Stacy tape. Stacy tape. This is my 5-inch roll. I do have a 6-inch roll. This is a double-sided adhesive that is so strong and it is so long. I mean, it is the yardage on here is crazy good, and this tape will hold glass beads and glitter and fabric and metal and plastic and acetate and just about a paper. I mean, anything you want. Now, this is the 5-inch width, but it does come in smaller widths as well. In fact, this is a 1/4 inch, and it comes even smaller than that. It comes in an 1/8 inch, and this is a 1/2 inch. So it goes from an 1/8 inch all the way up to 6 inches. So like an 1/8, a 1/4, a 1/2, 3/8, 1 inch, 1.5 inches. Yeah, there's a bunch of different sizes. They all have the exact same amount of tape on them, and the strength is something that's super important. All adhesive is not the same, and you need to know that. Don't skimp on your adhesive. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to grab some of the Stacy tape, and the minute I pull it back, you can see that there's the sticky, and it's sticky right now. So if I pull it back and I tear, now I could roll it back and it'll be just fine. But if I tear it off, I've got to put it on something. So I'm just going to go and do a little bit of a tear. I don't cut it. I just rip it and grab a piece of paper, and I'm just going to put it right on. Now, if I was to turn it over and take the back off, I've now made this a sticker. Or if I were to die cut on the top and then peel the back off to stick it down, I've made it a sticker. But today I'm going to be using it with the adhesive on top. And I want to make sure I give a good press, that it's down really good. And I want to leave an extra little bit of room. So I'm going to do all 4 of these because we're going to cut. I think we'll cut 4 times just so I have some to play with. And I'm just a girl who likes to tear. I don't cut it. And down it goes, and give a good press. Smooth it out. If it's a little bit long, just trim it on out. That's 2. Now you can, if you don't want to tear it, you can cut it. And the easiest way to cut really is just to take your scissors and almost do like a little score line. Just a little score line. And then when you get to that little score line, it just follows it. Oh, but this piece might be a little short. Well, we'll see how it goes. Time will tell. Got a little bit of a ridge in there. I'm just going to work that right on out. Okay. And then one more piece. So I can pull it to the length I need it. And just give it a little bit of a, score. And then it'll just straight edge perfectly every time. And put it on down. Now, as long as I leave this top liner on, I could keep these forever. As long as that top liner is still on, then I could just set these aside and pre-make a few of them and have them ready to go whenever I want to use them. The minute I pull that liner up, though, that sticky is exposed and you have to do something with it right away. I am going to be using today, my my Star Bright Thinlit die. So this is a beautiful die for paper piecing. It has the main die here. It has edges all the way around that cut. So if you were to die cut this, it will cut the whole thing out. But it also has a frame die in case you wanted to do a mat around it. So you cut this out in maybe your black, you cut this out in your gold, and you have that beautiful black mat all the way around. And then it has an additional star for the center should you want to pop it. And I was able to fit in the words Season's Greetings. So we're going to be playing with this one today. And I've got my Sizzix gotcha tool. For those of you who haven't seen a gotcha tool before, it's pretty wonderful. It is a magnetic platform, the largest magnetic platform on the market. Whole thing magnet, sits right on your making space, folds up nicely if you need it to, soft finish, made by Sizzix, my design, and it holds all your dies. How's that, huh? It just holds all your dies right there on your making space for you. Ta-da! Easy peasy. It's super strong. See, I'm not even... See how strong that is? Wonderful. So, love my gotcha tool. It is sold by Sizzix. Oodles and oodles and oodles of retailers have them. And I know that they are now being used for sewing and quilting and jewelry making, and also out in the garage with your spouse who wants it on their workspace. So, love my gotcha tool. Today I'm going to be using this die primarily, and I'm going to be using it with my white paper and my Stacy tape facing up. I'm going to do something called a kiss cut, and I did a kiss cut in my Take Two Tuesday where I used glitter to fill it all in. And I'm going to do that quickly. I'll do one quickly just so you can see, but then we need to take it to the next level. A kiss cut is a cut where it doesn't cut all the way through your paper, but it cuts through enough so that the liner can peel up piece by piece, giving you an opportunity to glitter in section by section without mixing the glitters, without having to make masks, without getting it into a section you didn't want. So to do that, one of the most important things about this kiss cut is you have to have a crease pad. This is the Premium Crease Pad by Sizzix. This is not its intended use. The intended use for this is if you have a steel rule die that has a scoring element in it. You put the crease pad over the top of that so it doesn't accidentally cut through your paper. But that is not what we use this for here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. No, we use this to do a kiss cut technique. And once you have this tool, you really don't ever need to replace it. It's inexpensive and it does what it says it's going to do. Not only does it crease, but it allows you to kiss cut. The item number is 655092 and we will have it on a YouTube Yummies. So when I bring my Big Shot machine over, I'm always going to use my standard platform that comes with the machine. Important, you need that platform to be to have the height to get to that roller that's under here. Super important. And I'm going to need my solo shim, as beat up and raggedy as it is, because I'm doing a wafer style die, and that's what this Thinlit is. It's wafer style. So super thin, it's called a chemically etched die, and I need to have the solo shim that comes with your machine attached here. Now, if you were using a machine that's hinged, you're going to have to check. I'm almost positive that you have to, I know you have to open, oh, well, no, maybe you don't have to open any. Maybe you keep it completely closed because you're using a wafer style die. So if you have an older platform and it has a hinge to it, just give it a try all the way closed. And if that doesn't work, then you would open up one hinge and then try that one on that platform. And if that doesn't work, then you'd open both hinges up. But the hinged platforms have been out of the machines. They haven't used them in quite some time, and this is what most people have. So I'm going to start with these two items, and then I'm going to put my crease pad down right on top. Now, the reason I'm putting my crease pad down first, wait a minute, let me go backwards. The reason I'm putting my crease pad down first is because it helps keep my crease pad from warping. I accidentally put my crease pad as my top plate. So I accidentally did my base platform, my solo shim, my cut plate, my die, my paper, and then my crease pad. That's how I accidentally sent it through. And what happens is it will warp your crease pad. Will it harm your crease pad to be slightly warped? No. But if you sandwich it the opposite direction, it doesn't warp. So if I do my base platform, then my solo shim, then my crease pad, then my paper with my, see my adhesive side up, that sticker side up, then my die, and then my top plate, and I send it on through, it really keeps that crease pad a little bit more flat. Now, when I send this through, it is not going to cut all the way. It's going to do a kiss cut. So if I send it on through, and this is not a squishy or a knock-knock, it's actually called what I call a thud pad, because when you hit it, it kind of goes thud. I'm gonna roll it through. It's a very easy roll. And then I'm gonna roll it on back. Super easy roll. And when I take my paper, you can see that the design has been cut in but not cut out. Cut in, but not cut out. Okay, let's do it again. So I'm going to bring my machine back over. I'm going to take my base platform, my solo shim, my thud pad, because it kind of thuds. It doesn't knock and it doesn't squishy. It kind of thuds, my thud pad. My paper with the sticky side up, not the plain side. I want to see that sticky side with the liner on it face up. My die face down against it, and then my cut plate or do not cut plate. It isn't going to make a difference. And then roll it on through, and I just bring it on back. Why not? All right, let's do one more time. Can you see it? So tell me, what's my sandwich? Number one, what's this? My base platform. On top of my base platform goes what? My solo shim. Yes, you got it right. And on top of my solo shim goes what? Did you say a thud pad or a crease pad? Yes, yes, you got that right. And then what goes on top of that crease pad? Paper. Yes, paper with what facing out? The sticky. Exactly. And then on top of this, the die. Yep, the die goes next. And last but not least, my cut pad. And I send it on through. This is for a kiss cut. And if you haven't seen a kiss cut before, it is going to change the way you look at all your dies. Okay, so I've got 3 of them now, and I'm just gonna put my die right on my gotcha tool and keep it right on my workspace. I've got 3 of these to play with. And what's going to be super important is having a really good pair of fussy tweezers. Super important. Fussy tweezers allow you to go in and pull the individual items out. So if I were to take, let's just take the big pieces out. There's 1. There's 2. I'm just taking some of the big pieces out. 3. 4. 5. 6, 7, and 8. So I've got my star. Can you see that it's exposed? It looks a little different. So if I put my finger there, sticky. So I have to do something with that right away because that sticky is exposed. And this is where the glitter comes in. Yes, this is where the glitter comes in. So this is what I did in Take 2 Tuesday. I took my microfine glitter, and it is microfine. My glitter is as fine as dust. You don't find glitter this fine anywhere. And because it is so fine, it holds into place, and it doesn't leave little areas where white comes through because the granules are too big. If we were talking about using just regular glitter, well, the granules are much chunkier. It's a much chunkier glitter. Even though it feels not so bad, it's still very chunky, and when you put it down, you'll see little white areas poke through. Or even if I was using an ultrafine glitter, you may find that you don't get the same coverage and the same detail. So if I just drizzle this in here, And then I take my finger and I just kind of move it around. Where the sticky is sticky is where the glitter will adhere. If you are not a fan of glitter, this is as no mess as you can get. Because it is so fine, it's clinging into all the spaces. If I need a little bit more there, I put a little bit more there. I can grab an inexpensive makeup brush and kind of gather it all up. There's really not that much to gather. Brush it off. Nothing comes off. And bam, I've started. And then I just slowly but surely, step by step, inch by inch, peel off the different areas that I want to do. And it's the peeling off that probably takes more time than anything else. Putting the glitter in is easy and it's fun and it's not messy. But because I've done a kiss cut, I'm peeling off the extra little pieces to expose the sticky so that I can then go in and add my glitter. And I'm just going to pull piece by piece. So again, this is what I did on the Take Two Tuesday that's available right now on our YouTube channel. There's a whole class on how to do this, and I did several different ones for you. So I'm not going to do this entire piece. At least I don't think I am. I always say I'm not going to do something and end up doing it anyway. Just pull all these up. And if I miss one, I'm not going to pull these. And that way if I miss it, you'll see what happens. So what color do we want to go against the blue? Maybe the pretty pink? Want the pink against the blue? The silver against the blue? So I'm going to drizzle in a little bit of my silver. And then take my fingers and I'm just going to run it right on over. And anywhere that sticky is exposed, anywhere you can see that sticky, the silver is going to fill in the space. And then I can take it and bring all the silver up to the middle and just dust off. Now remember, I missed that space right there. All I have to do is go back in, peel up those two little guys, and add my silver. Easy peasy. Ooh, that was a lot of silver. Probably, well, I'm not going to worry about it, because I probably put some of it back, but we're going to let it be. All right, now I can take these guys off and this guy off and these and even the two little guys in here and this one and this one. And I can just fill in my color without it mixing into the other colors. That's the benefit of doing a kiss cut, is that you have control. It would be very difficult to mask everything so that your colors don't blend into each other, your glitters. But with a kiss cut, you don't have to do that. So I'm going to use just a little bit of my, maybe a little bit of my hot pink. Less is more, because the glitter's so fine that using less is more. You can always add, but you'd be surprised how far this glitter will stretch. Oh, I'll need a little bit more there. Let's see if that's enough. Nope, still need a little bit more. Oh, see, now I put too much. I'm just going to pull it up and move it over here so I can fill that space in. And now I've got my pink going on. And you just keep filling. I know I said I wasn't going to finish it, but I felt awkward just leaving it halfway. I'm just pulling the extra pieces off. And then it's up to me if I want to leave the white liner as my border around it, or if I want to peel that off too and do something with that. Okay. I'm going to use a little more pink. And just fill all that space in. And you'll be able to feel with your fingers where the sticky is and where you need to go with that glitter. You'll be able to feel it. Okay, last thing. So this die doesn't necessarily have to be Christmas. It can be congratulations, it can be you're a superstar. Now I have to decide, do I want to take that white piece out because they're sticky underneath this and put a different color in there? Or do I just want to leave it be and just trim it out? Because nobody's going to know that that's not white paper. Once you put it down onto your card or in your layout, nobody's going to know that there's sticky underneath there. So if I cut it all the way around, then I can decide how to mat it. I actually have a little bit of space here. See, I've got this little extra piece right here. I could take that and bring over my little star. Bring back, put my lid on my glitters. Ooh. Bring back my die cutting machine. This time I am gonna die cut. So I don't need my crease pad. I still need my base platform. I still need my solo shim. I need my cut plate. I need my star against my sticky because I'm gonna add some glitter to it. But if I was gonna make my star a sticker, I'd put my sticky face down and then a do not cut plate, and I'm just gonna send it on through. 1, 2. Take my liner off. There we go, expose my sticky. Ooh, is it sticky? And now, let's just grab some silver. A little bit of silver. Kind of get it all over. And then give it a burnish. Just rub it a little bit, just to make the glitter get happy. It brightens it up, it shines it up. And it helps it from flaking off. Once this glitter is down, it is down. It does not move because it is so super fine. And then we can put that right in the middle. And then mat it on something. Well, I did finish it. I told you I think I'm not going to finish something, but I just can't stop myself. So I could either lay the star directly in the center and have it this way, or I could take it and put it a little bit like that and have it that way. And then mat to make me happy. That'd be fun. Maybe the black and then the hot pink. Well, that would certainly be fun, wouldn't it? So easy to do, kiss cut. And this is something that you can do with all of your wafer style dies. You'll look at them a whole new way, especially if you love the look of glitter, but you don't love the mess of glitter. A kiss cut is an easy way to get a beautiful finished look without having it everywhere. It's not everywhere. It's not even everywhere all over my hands. That micro fine glitter is different than many other glitters, and it can be hard to find. And when you do find it, it can be expensive. We try to keep our microfine glitter. It's a Stacy Park microfine glitter by Couture Creations. We try to keep it at a price that is affordable, not just for our fabulous customers, but for retailers to be able to bring it in. And what it does is pretty much magic. So I didn't take that top liner off. I just left it. Nobody's going to know that it's not white paper, and I'm not going to tell them. Then I'm going to trim this off. And put it down on that. That's so cute. And then add a sentiment and you're good to go. All right, so easy peasy mac and cheesy, but I told you I was gonna bam it up, right? Let's bam it up. We're gonna do a second kiss cut, but we're gonna change the type of product that we're using. All right, one done. No fuss, no muss, no mess. It doesn't get all over everything. It's not all over my fingers. It doesn't flake. So let's put that over there and let's move on. So we're gonna kiss cut again. Remember, I've already done it. There's my kiss cut right there. This time, however, we're gonna use embossing powder. You're like, excuse me? Yep, embossing powder. I have 3 different sets of embossing powder from Sizzix. I've got their muted set, I've got their naturals, and their festive set. Each one of them has 5 different colors, and we've got them on an amazing deal. What you may not know about Stacy tape is that it's heat resistant. You can add a lot of heat to this tape, and it's not going to buckle or bubble, which means we can put embossing powder onto Stacy tape and not have to use an embossing medium and still get a beautiful, beautiful result. So I can decide what colors I want to do. Let's say, maybe I start with, taking off the background piece that I didn't take off in my last one. So here I'm pulling the actual, what would have been the die if we had die cut, but this is what makes the border around everything. I want to make sure not to pull any of my big pieces up with it. So I'm just going all the way around. And I'm going to take that whole piece off. All right, there we go. That would end up being, that would have been the die cut piece had we die cut it normally. But I wanted to expose the sticky. So instead of pulling the big pieces off like I was, I started with that whole border. And now what color do I want to do? I think I'm going to throw maybe some black glitter in there. So my black glitter has no iridescence to it. I could either do that or I could throw some black embossing powder in there. But then I might want to use some white. Well, let's give it a try. I'm going to throw some black embossing powder. Makes me a little nervous because I'm going to want to use some white embossing powder too. So we'll see what happens if they mix. I'm going to go ahead and drizzle my embossing powder, woohoo, and then just start moving it into space. And it's filling in all the space. Now I could use this embossing powder and never heat it at all. So embossing powder is a kind of a plastic substrate, and it's ground so fine that when you heat it with a heat tool, it melts and becomes a plastic. So you take a powder and we turn it into a solid by heating it. However, because I'm on my Stacy tape, I don't have to heat it if I don't want to. If all I want is for this black to fill in all the space so I have that black border, I could be done. And I could have done this with either my embossing powder or my glitter. Up to me. Give it a nice little burnish just to make sure you've got every place all filled in. And then just like before, just take an inexpensive makeup brush and gather up all the extra. And then it's up to you if you want to put this back in your pot or if it's not enough to save. But instead of using paper and trying to fit paper in, I've used embossing powder. Now my tape, again, will take heat. So if I wanted to, I could come in with my heat tool and I could heat and melt my embossing powder into a solid, and that would give it a little bit of a sparkle or a shine, more of a shine than a sparkle. So if I take it and I add a little bit of heat, and I'm going to move it as I see it changing to a glossy look. So here I've got kind of a gloss on that black. And here it's staying matte. This has kind of got a little bit of shine to it. It's glossy. I've taken the powder and I've made it now a solid, while this is still a powder. So I'm just going to take it and finish the whole thing. Did you know you could use embossing powder on Stacy tape? Then I can look, and I just want to be sure that I can see shiny everywhere. See, I can't see any shiny over here. So I'm going to come back with my heat tool, and I'm going to heat it a little bit more over there. Now, I've got another one here. And this one I have gone ahead and I've got my heat going on. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to pull that back piece off. Just grab and just keep pulling until you got the whole thing. Okay, that looks pretty good. And I'm going to add my black to it again. And I'm going to use my black embossing powder right here. I'm just going to do what I did last time, a wash, rinse, and repeat. Only on this one, I'm not going to heat set right away. Make sure you get it really good. You don't want to feel any tacky. You don't want to see any white space. Okay, that looks pretty good. Grab my brush. This time I'm not going to heat set first. And I'm just going to put it right back in. All right, so I've got this one ready to go. And now I can start pulling. And what colors do I want to use? Well, maybe I do red. Yeah, I think I'm going to do these in red. So now that it's cooled, and it just needs to be cool to the touch, then I can come in and start grabbing all of my little pieces to expose my sticky. Okay, let's try from up here. There we go. And I'm just going to go around my whole little star, keeping with the same pattern. And just expose it all. Who would have thought you didn't need to use an embossing medium for embossing powder? Who would have thought that you could take your dies and really, really transform them into something completely different. Nope, haven't done those yet. And once I have all my little pieces out, nope, I push on them to make sure if they're sticky or not. Sometimes it's hard to tell if I've already pulled the liner off or not. Nope. All right, let's add some more embossing powder. And I'm going to grab out of the festive, I'm going to grab the red. So out of the festive pack of embossing powder, you have a dark green, a red, a lighter green, kind of a white, and a pink. And I'm going to drizzle this around. Okay, let's see if I've got enough to fill in all my space. See, and I don't want to see any white space kind of like that. I need to make sure that I've got enough embossing powder everywhere that there's no white space. And if I don't, I just drizzle a little bit more. Now, how much embossing powder do you have? Well, maybe this is the first time you're ever seeing embossing powder, and this is a very unconventional way of using it. But if you've been crafting like me since, oh, I don't know, forever, you may have oodles and oodles of embossing powder. So I don't want to feel any sticky. And I'm going to gather it up with my inexpensive makeup brush and grab all that red and then put it back in my little pot if it's worth saving. Okay, is that the only place I'm going to want the red? So if I do red and red there, and I think I'll do, you know what, I'm going to do red here. No, I don't want to do red there. So I'll just do the top and the bottom in the red. And then I think I will do the inside of my stars. Pull out all the little pieces. And that really is what takes you probably the longest to do. But it's not hard. And it really is stunning. Because you're able to make sure that that embossing powder and or glitter. Okay. So a little bit more red on the top and on the bottom. A little bit there. There. Okay, that looks pretty good. Push this up just a little bit. Let's give it a whirl and see what we've got. Now I'm going to heat set. Bring over my heat tool and let's have at it. I'm going to pick it up so I'm able to move it so I can see when it changes. And I can see it going from a solid to a shiny. Can you see the shiny? So it's going from a powder up there to something that's got texture and shine and sheen. And I'm on tape, I'm on adhesive. And I just want to make sure it all looks good. Ooh, see it winking at you? But it's not glitter. It's embossing powder. So it's a little more subtle than a glitter. Now I'm going to try this. We're going to see what happens if I pull the rest of it and I actually do white. So let's pull the white embossing powder, which I've got in the neutrals. At least I'm going to make sure that that's white and not clear. White, that's what I'm looking for. So let's pull all the rest of my adhesive pieces. And you do want to make sure that your paper is cooled down. Embossing powder doesn't take long to dry. It just has to be, your paper has to be cool to the touch. If it's still warm, that means that embossing powder is still a little tacky. So you want to wait until it is cool to the touch. So, gosh, maybe 5-10 seconds at the most. And then you are free to move on. Oh, I did. I peeled that one already. I'm like trying to peel one that's already peeled. Fussy tweezers are going to be the key. And I'm just going around exposing all my sticky. And I'm going to see if I can do white embossing powder. See what happens. Nope, I haven't done that one yet. Could be a hot mess. Could be fabulous. Nope, not those. But I know I must be getting close. All right, let's give it a whirl. White embossing powder, see what happens. Right, white embossing powder. Yeah, that's what we want. Not open. Give it a nice rub. Gather up the extra. Put it away. And let's give it some heat and see what we got. Ooh, that white turned fast. Wow. Let it cool for a second. See if there's any, like right here, I can see there's a dull spot. Can you see a dull spot right there? That's going to tell me I didn't add enough heat right there. Just going to hit it with some heat. And then once it's cool to the touch, it's a little warm, you don't want to stick your fingers in there because it hasn't turned back to a solid yet. It went from a powder to kind of a liquid to, when it dries, a hard plastic. So give it a second. It's still a little warm. And let's pull my star. And take my star and put some silver glitter. And bam, all done with embossing powder with the exception of that silver glitter star. Then I can trim it out. And who would have thought you'd be able to take embossing powder and use it with an adhesive tape, but not just any adhesive tape. Not all adhesive tapes are made the same. There's only a few brands that I can recommend besides my own brand, Stacy tape, or simply defined adhesive tape. I can tell you that Elizabeth Crafts tape will work, easy peasy, and Score Pal should be fine. But this is not your dollar store brand of adhesive. But you also get so much more. Oh, and it's all embossed and shiny, and then that's got that glitter in the center. Yes, I like it. Then oh, see, I still have this one. We're gonna come back to this one. Remember, I haven't heat set that one. This down, and then I'm gonna move on to my next one because I haven't heat set this. We've put the black embossing powder, but that's as far as we've gone. Pull up my liner and we'll mat this one and call it done. A whole new way of using the embossing powders that you have. And if you don't have any, well, the Sizzix selection gives you a beautiful combination of colors between the neutrals, the festives, and their muteds. So I'm a fussy or a freehander. You would probably be using your trimmer. I'm a let's just go for it kind of girl, even at, oh, dark 100 hours in the morning. Maybe you are up crafting with me at, oh, dark 100 hours too. That would sure be nice. Okay, so I'm gonna put some of this embossing powder back. Just so I don't lose it. And finish. Isn't that pretty? And it was done with embossing powder. It gives it a whole new look, a whole new dimension. It gives it a different feel than using all glitter. You have that glaze look as opposed to that sparkly look. And there we go. a whole different way to use a die, a whole different way to use adhesive tape, a whole different way to use embossing powder. Yay. All right, but I've got this one that I was playing with, right? And I still have, I haven't cut into this one. Okay, I'm gonna cut into that one last. So I've still got this one that I'm playing with, and I haven't done the heat set yet on the embossing powder. This is still just a powder. So what if I start taking off the elements and I heat it all together? So let's do, these. So remember, it's still a powder. I'm gonna do the heat set all at the same time. I'm not gonna heat anything until I have all my embossing powder where I want it. I can't tell if those little guys are up or not. So I'm gonna pull all, yep, I did that one the same, okay. Pull all of the pieces off and then add my embossing powder. Not done yet. Okay, so I'm going to do all of that in one color. And I think I'm going to use kind of a gray. This is out of the neutrals. So I'm going to fill in. And fill in. And fill in. Okay, so I have all my gray going. Brush it together. I've got plenty to put back, so I am going to put it back. And now I'm going to move to my next color. I'm not going to heat set yet. And I'm going to go in there and pull up my liner on everything I want in my next color. All the same pieces all the way around. And once you get going, it really just kind of goes quick. And you can be doing this in front of your TV because you can get all your colors where you want them and then heat set it later. If you're just playing with the glitter, you don't have to heat set at all. Nope, not that one yet. Okay, so I've gone all the way around. Now let's add a color. I'm going to use the muted. They're muted. I don't know why they call it muted. They're not. They're beautiful. I don't know why they call it the muted pack, but they're beautiful. And let's just drop a little bit. So I can put it back. Rub it into place. Gather it up. Put back the extra, because I got plenty to put back on this. So I'm not gonna waste it. I'm gonna put it right on back. A little embossing powder goes a long way. You know what? I'm gonna do that middle star while I'm here and do it in that same pink. Okay, so I did that one. And remember, I haven't heat set anything yet. And I'm not hurting my black lines because they're stuck down in place with the tape. When I exposed the sticky, all that black embossing powder is being held in place by the adhesive. All right, let's add a little bit more. Gather it up. Put it back. Now you really don't even have to heat if you don't want. You might be happy with just this. You might be saying, you know, I'm good. And you would be fine because the sticky, the Stacy tape is going to hold everything in place. You don't need to do anything more than this if you didn't want to. Let's take off the big pieces. And they've got like a teal in that muted pack. I'm just going to do this whole thing in embossing, but I haven't added any heat yet. I don't know if it's a teal or a sage. No, I don't know. what color it is. It's pretty. Okay, let's just kind of dust it around. And it's shocking that all the other colors are holding their lines. That looks pretty good. Gather it up. Look at, no mixing of colors. Put it all back. And now I'm gonna heat set. So I'm gonna heat all at once. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. So you want to be careful with your heat tool. You don't want to accidentally dip it in there and get a little, you know, dip it in so it hits the embossing, because it'll lift it up. You want to keep your heat tool close but far enough away that you don't accidentally hit it. Oh, there we go. Start to turn. And as I'm moving it, I can see so here I've got half embossed, half not. What do you think? It's so cool. Oh my gosh. It's so flippin' cool. And I love these colors. This is from the neutral and the muted. Let it cool. What do you think? I like it. So we did one where we went ahead and we did the outline in black, and we did the embossing first, and then came back with all our colors. It may be a little easier and faster to do it all at the same time. And then once it's cool, it's cool. Look at that. Oh, that makes my heart happy. Trim it out. And a whole different way of using your dyes, your embossing powders, your adhesive tape, as long as it's one of the three that I told you about. If you have something else, you're going to want to try it first. Oh, I love that. I do. I do. All right, let's do, we haven't cut this one. Let's cut this one real quick and we'll do one last, because I did it. I already have the tape on it. I might as well do something with it, right? Boy, I cut this piece of tape really close. I think too close for comfort. I like to give myself ample room to play. Okay, what colors do we want to do? Well, let's cut this first, and then we'll decide on our colors. Oh, we gotta cut it. Let's bring our machine over. Let's remember we're doing a kiss cut. So we're going to use our base platform, our solo shim. We're gonna put our crease pad down right on top of our solo shim. We're gonna put our paper with our adhesive shiny side facing us, our die facing down, and then a cut pad, and it's going to kiss cut into that design. Not cutting all the way through the paper, just enough through the liner of the adhesive so that we can pull off specific areas and color them all on their own. So what if we went, I wonder what this green looks like. You know, let's see what the green looks like before I commit. I've got a little extra extra swatches that I didn't use. I just want to see if I'm gonna like it before I commit. Woo! I just need to see a sample. Yeah, that's the nice thing about the tape is that I just turned it upside down to pick up what had fallen. I think that's enough for me to see if I like a sample of it. Psh, heat tool. That was my heat tool sound. What do we think? Yay? Nay? I say we go for it. I think I'm gonna do this in gold glitter. I think I'm going to do this whole area in gold glitter so that the outline is gold glitter against that green. There we go. So I'm just going to take my gold glitter, which is actually my yellow curry. And I'm just going to fill it in with, ooh, pretty. I'm hoping that green looks good against this. Fill all my space in with my yellow curry. Take those two little pieces out. And I think that's good. And now let's go in with some embossing powder. Look at how pretty that is in the gold, the yellow curry glitter. Yum. All right, let's go in and let's see. We'll do the big star in the green. So now we've got our glitter down first. Let's see what happens when we heat. Nope, that one's not off yet. So our big star. And we'll do these pieces up here in the green. And this piece here in the green. And I tell you, once you get rolling with taking this stuff off, you just get rolling with it. This one. That one, and I did those, right? Yep, sure did. So we're going to pull these, and here, and here. All right, so let's go ahead and add some of my, green. Spread it around and move it in, and if I need more, add more. I can always put it back. All right. I wanted those little areas too. There. And there. And there. And there. All right, so I've got it all the way around. I'm going to put it back. There it is. No glitter mixed in. Why? Because the glitter is being held by the adhesive. Ooh, look at how pretty is this. And then maybe I do... Oh, maybe I do... This is Pebble Wash. It's kind of an ivory. I think that'll be too blah. Maybe I do that in the red. I'm going to do this in Pebble Wash and we'll see what I think. So now I just take these all the way off, all the way around. So I'm going to do my heat all at once, even though I've got glitter on there. I'm going to do my heat all at once. Okay. Put our Pebble Wash in there. And Pebble Wash is part of the neutrals. Yep, I did that one. Okay, good. All right. Whew. Now let's put our Pebble Wash in there and see what we get. Spread it around just to fill in the space. Anywhere it's sticky. Put it all back in. No mixing of the colors. Oh, I think that's very elegant. Maybe I do the pebble wash here. I thought about doing the red, but I actually think that this is really elegant. Red or pebble wash. It's really elegant. Well, my gut's saying pebble wash, but my adventurous side is saying do the red. What could it hurt? That's my adventurous side talking. It's only paper. And some glitter. And some embossing powder. You got more? You got lots of embossing powder. You get lots in there. Oh, I do think maybe I made the right choice. Maybe. Green or pebble wash? Green. Okay. Now we heat set. Unless you don't want to. And then you trim it out and you mat it and you give it like that because you don't have to heat set. Let's see what happens. Now I'm heating right on top of that glitter. Embossed, not embossed. Embossed, not embossed. And the glitter is no problem. Hello, no problem. Okay. got a little green in there, probably from my fingers. But I'm gonna be okay with it. Totally different way of doing something. This one's so pretty. Look at what we did today. And it's all based off of what I did in my Take Two Tuesday. But it's taking it to a whole new level, mixing microfine glitter and embossing powder with your dies on Stacy tape. It is all about the options. And this is just one of my dies from my Christmas collection. My very first Christmas collection for Sizzix. Yum. Or maybe we like it on the teal. Oh. Oh, I definitely say the teal. What do you think? Definitely. So I'll do this one in a minute. Let's put these back. This one goes here, and this one goes there. And this one goes here, and that one goes there. So I have been using 3 different packs of Sizzix embossing powders, and we have got them for a holy smokes artichokes price. Because you got to think, you know, each embossing powder is like $5 each normally, but oh no, not here. You know, because it'd be $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, probably $25, $30 per. But not here. Wait till you see the pricing. Yay! Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. I hope you like these. I hope, even if this isn't, maybe this isn't the die for you, I'm hoping the technique is something that you're like, I had not thought of, or I had no idea you could. It gives you that one more thing to do with something. One more thing. And it all started with a kiss cut. Whether you kiss cut with just glitter, you kiss cut with just embossing powder, or you mix the two. So, we'll have to have the embossing powder and the glitter on sale. And I think it's 4 colors that we have coming out. Some as soon as they deliver. Thought they'd be here by the end of July. It looks like it's going to be sometime in August. Wow. Okay, very happy with that. And now this one. So I'm using the Festive collection from Sizzix. The paper pack I'm using is called Festive. Oh, that's better. And it has 10 different colors. And you get 4 of each sheet, and it is all festive happiness in here. I've been using this pack for quite some time. Love it. Okay, I think I'm at this one, and then I will show you all of the rest of my designs, which if you don't join me on Take Two Tuesdays, gosh, I wish you would, because that's when I get to really show off the product beforehand. I get to sneak peek it and share it with you. It is a technique-based class, and we try to promote other independent retailers who may already have the product in stock, ready to sell to you. So you can drop on by their store or reach out to them and meet them. But Take Two Tuesdays really are a wonderful event that is meant to really grow a community between retailers and consumers like you and makers like all of us. Retailers of a crafty store, well, they're makers just like you. It's usually how the store got started, is that they love doing it so much. I am very, very happy with this. Maybe I'm just tired. No, I don't even want to look at the clock. The sun is going to be coming up really soon. But by George, we got her done, and we did it with a smile. Some toothpicks in my eyelids, but that's okay. We did it together. Oh, I love this. This is so pretty. I am glad I went with the red. I questioned myself. I thought, no. And then I thought, yeah. And I thought, well. What do you think? With the glitter as the outline, and I love that it's not quite bright white against that green and that pop of green, red, and then I could put another little star in there of the gold. Oh. So we did a few of these today, all slightly different, giving you different opportunities and different ways to use fabulous and fun product, keeping it simple so that it's not a mess. Look, Mom, not so bad, right? Glitter doesn't have to be scary, and it doesn't have to be messy. Microfine glitter and double-sided adhesive tape, Stacy tape, goes a long way. I did this one earlier. Again, using the embossing powder. The light green is the embossing powder. I just think that, look at how they shine. You do you. Which one works best for you? What do you love the most? Maybe one day you love these and another day You love this one. We started with this one, all glitter. Hello, all glitter. Yay. All right. So I have the crease pad will be on sale because you need the crease pad to do the kiss cut. I will have the embossing powder sets on sale. So I know that these two alone are $28.99 each, and they will be nowhere near that price for you. I just need to confirm if the festive is the same, but we will have all the embossing powder on sale. There's 5 in each. That means you would get a total of 15 embossing powders, and we're gonna make it a holy smokes artichokes moment for you on that. So we'll have that. I will put my glitters back on sale because I used them. Right now we are 12 strong with 4 more in, I think, August, and then 4 to 6 more in October when the next round of my Stacy Park inks launch. There we go. So we'll put these on sale, and they retail for $4.20 a jar. So they're really an excellent value when it comes to microfine glitter. And retailers, you can find these at your favorite distributor, I believe. All right, so let me do that. And then I've got all of my new dies, stamps, and stencils. So we'll continue to work with these in future Stacy classes. I do one class a month of Stacy Park, but every Take Two Tuesday is featuring these right now and has been. So if you really want to see how fabulous all this product is, here's my fanciful framelits. It goes die embossing. They're amazing. I keep adding shapes. I have got my French twist embossing folder, which has been a favorite across the globe. Love my French twist. Definitely nothing like it ever before. My golden rings embossing folder, but of course they also have golden rings has a coordinating stencil, so you can use just the stencil, you can use just the embossing folder, or you can put them together. I'm looking for my other. So I've got Shine Bright, my embossing folder, and this has been popular all over Instagram. This one has been absolutely everywhere with the rays and that center. That center can be die cut out with one of my fanciful framelits, but it has the coordinating single layer stencil. And the single layer stencils, I want to say they're like $6.99 here in the US. Really affordable, and the embossing folders are $12.99, and of course we're going to have them on sale for you. Of course we are. And an I Want It All that has an added gift and a great price. Here I've got my 3 stencils. This is a single layer stencil, but then I've got the stamp sets that finish them out, and oh my gosh, wait till you see one of the samples I have for you. You can use the stencils by themselves, you can use the stamp sets by themselves, or you can pair them together. I've got my 4 layering stencil. Ooh, this one's been super popular too, as has my stamp and stencil set. So there is 4 separate tree stamps. The stamps are, I think I have this one open. The stamps are individual. So you have 4 trees, 4 different sizes. You have sentiments, and then you have the stencil that lets you add either the baubles to go down them or the snow, and it fits. The snow and the baubles fit every one of the trees. You just start at the top and stencil down to the final lowest point. It's crazy how these all work together. And of course, these trees and this 4-layer stencil all work with my fanciful framelits. Yes, you can do your stencil, then grab your dies, cut it out. You can do your stamps, grab your dies, and cut them out. They are all meant to work together. So this set works with the trees or the triangles, and this one works with the triangles. It is a little bit of happiness. All of my things are meant to coordinate together, but these trees can be used any time of the year. You don't have to put snow on them and baubles. We can make them into anything we want. The triangles can be used any time of the year. We can make them into anything we want. So many good things, so many beautiful products that Sizzix has let me develop and come out with, and it is my first Christmas release. These all year round, all day, every day. Nobody's done the stamps to fill the detail in. Yes, there's my nod to Christmas right there. It's the only thing Christmas on this whole set. 4th of July, celebration, birthday. Any time of the year. Any time of the year. Any time of the year. They're meant to be used again and again and again. Let me show you some samples. Oh, let me show you the storyboards really quickly. So here's French Twist. Here it is in opulent paper where you can really see it. Wait till you see the samples. We usually cut out this piece, or we cut out this piece and that piece, leaving just this, but wait till you see the samples. And then the 4-layer stencil, you've got 4 different layers. But when you put them all together, that's what you get. Isn't that beautiful? So 4 different stencils. 1, 2, 3, 4. They layer all on top to give you that finished look. And then here we've got golden rings. This has been done and sanded. Here it is just by itself. And here's the stencil. And you can mix and match. Everything is so pretty. So easy to use. This has been crazy popular on Instagram. Here's the set we were using today. Right, there's the die cut. We didn't actually die cut anything. Oh no. But we sure did make it look good. We used embossing powders and glitters. And then here we have the stencils of all your skylines. And here's the stamps. And the stamps go fit right on top of the stencils to add all that detail. They stamp right on top. They line right on top perfectly. And then the fanciful framelits, here they are, all embossed with the embossing feature and sanded with reveals paper. Look at all of that. And then made into frames. All of this comes, if you can believe that, all of this comes in, oh, where's my one little set? No, here. This set all of this in that one little set, including this embossed element. And then in that Stampin' Stencil set I showed you, there are all the trees. My triangle dies fit all the trees. Sentiments, ornaments, stars, and then the stencils that fit. I know, you're like, how can that fit all the trees? It's so big. You start at the top, with the stencil, and you only stencil down to the bottom of the tree. You don't have to go all the way down. You stop here. And on this one, you stop up here. All meant to work together, and this is one set. So samples, let me show you some samples. Okay, so this one I'm told to unclip me. Now I've got a few more YouTubes to go, so I'm not able to show every sample today. See, look at, there's the detail. It's the stamp, the stencil, even Santa. Look at how cute are these. And these are by Kelly Perez. So she used the stamps and the stencils for these. Here we used the embossing folder and the stencil and the triangles, and we made Rudolph. Here's the back rays. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? We made Rudolph with his little red nose. Catherine, honorary SMS girl Catherine made this one. You've got the embossing folder and the stencil, and then my triangles to make a Rudolph. Here we've got Brennan. Brennan put this one together with my French twist, and here see the 4-layer stencil with the fanciful framelits. Fanciful framelit triangles work with all of it. Whew, that was painful. Oh, this is beautiful. Here you have the embossing folder, the stencil, my oval fanciful framelit. Not about Christmas at all. Kelly Perez, I love it. Oh, again, warm wishes. The embossing folder, the stencil, so pretty. Tanya Brooks, it's beautiful. See, they're using that. This has been a popular embossing folder and a popular stencil. Look at, they layered the 4-layer stencil. They did it several times and then cut it and layered it. How clever. Oh, Tanya, that's fabulous. Look at the dimension. Isn't that wonderful? And then Winter Wishes. Oh, I'm into the Tanya stuff right now. Again, that background that is embossed and then a stencil with that fine of holes. I mean, it is detailed. Oh, and then I think I made this one in my Take Two Tuesday using just glitter and doing the kiss cut like we did today. And here, this is showing my layered stencil and all the different, see, look at all the different trees you can cut out of those triangles. Oh, and this is beautiful. Wow. So again, this is Tanya Brooks. She used my French twist embossing folder almost as rays coming out of the star. And here, this is out of the same die we used today. She just didn't use the frame. How clever. This is beautiful. Really beautiful. And then I think honorary SMS girl Katie made this one. So this is using the French twist where we have just cut the simple cut right here to make a pocket. Perfect for gift giving all year round. That one's also been super popular. Here we again. This is Brenda DeLoyer. She used the French twist to add some some pizzazz at the top and the bottom, and the beautiful die that we use today. Oh, and this is using the stamp set, using the same stamp again and again with my glitter. Look at how pretty is that in the inks. Wow. Oh, Brenda DeLoyer, rock star, love it. These are my new ink colors. Love it. And then we have Kelly Perez, again, using the same die that we used today. But what a different look. And this is just sweet. Using the smaller of the stamps. Look at how pretty is this, Britt. Britt, this is lovely. I love the negative space. I love it. It just makes everything pop off the page. Right off the card front. I've got a few more for you. I can't show you everything because, well, we've got a lot and I've got more classes. Here's another one of the layering stencil. It's a 4-layer stencil. And this is using the stamp set with my microfine glitter. These were done in a Take Two Tuesday. This one was done in last week's Take Two Tuesday. In fact, that might even be the image on the front of the video. Ooh, love this, Tanya Brooks. So here now you can see how the stencil can be used with the different size trees. It's not just for the biggest tree. No, it's all about options. Oh, and this is Zelda, yay. This is taking my golden rings and she's done it with the reveals paper and chopped it up and it's beautiful. Look at that rainbow of happiness. Oh. Oh. Britt, this is stunning. This is using one of my dies from May. Radiant Rays, that's the die. It's Radiant Rays and she paper pieced it back in. And then oh, this is fabulous. See? And she used the stamp and the stencil to add all that detail in. People either give you the stamp or they give you the stencil, but they don't give you both. I gave you both. Oh, here it is again. Look at the contrast. Kelly Perez, same set. So the stamp is sold, the stamp set sold separately from the stencil set. So if you just want the stamps, you can have them, or if you just want the stencils, you can have them. But look at that, 2 completely different cards, but using the same product. And this one I think I did on Take Two Tuesday, using a Kiss Cut. And here, by SMS Girl Doris. And here we're not even talking about Christmas. This is Make-A-Wish. Happy birthday. Oh, and here we go, a little abstract. Brenda DeLoyer. Love that. Oh, she's used paste. This is beautiful. Or no, she's used the embossing folder and metallics. This is beautiful. Love this embossing folder and the stencil. And the stencil's really inexpensive, as is the embossing folder. Oh, Tanya Brooks. Here she's got the tree line. She's got boy, did she fussy cut these. God bless her pea pickin' heart. She sure did. She fussy cut those out, the tree line and the rooftops. But she used the stamps to add in all that detail, and there's the nod to Christmas. A little bit of Santa. Merry and Bright. Honorary SMS Girl Yvette. And again, you've got that, the star, is it Starlight, Star Bright, Radiant? I've got to look and see what, I can't even, at this time I'm so tired, my brain can't think about what I named those. Hold please, let's see. Nope, not that one, not that one, not that one. Here we go. It is Shine Bright. Okay, so it's the Shine Bright stencil and Shine Bright embossing folder that match, but she's also used the layering stencil. And this is Honorary SMS Girl Yvette. And let's see, what else do I have? Got that one there. Oh, somebody else, look at this. Oh, Honorary SMS Girl Yvette made this one too. How pretty. Using the die we used today. And here's French Twist. This time we did it on a vertical. Put your picture here, slide it right on in, and it's your family Christmas card. It's a birthday invitation. It's anything you want it to be any time of year. Oh, and this is using the the stencil and the embossing folder, Shine Bright, and then French Twist and my fanciful framelits. And this is from Britt. I can absolutely feel I am starting to crash. Yes, Shine Bright. There's the embossing folder. And Zelda, the tree lines, that's beautiful. Oh, she fussy cut some of them too. Bless your pea picking hearts for fussy cutting these. So she inked and used the stencil and fussy cut. And here's Zelda, made a cute little shaker just by cutting the triangle into a piece of white paper, backing it and adding their shaker bits, and then Season's Greetings. And last but not least was made by Honorary SMS Girl Katie. You've got a fanciful framelit oval, you've got the triangles, the fanciful framelit triangles that cut out the layering stencil. All right, you guys. Oh, I don't want to look at the time. The sun really will be coming up shortly. And I don't know that this will load when it's supposed to, but I got it done. Getting a little punchy. It's so past my bedtime. I haven't seen this late ever. But I hope you had a good time today. I hope you've learned something new. I hope I was able to show you something that you think, I can do that, or I would have never done that, but now I want to try. That's what this is all about. And my collection from Sizzix has been out, so you may have already picked up these dies, stamps, stencils, embossing folders. And if not, we always encourage you to shop local. But if you can't, if there's no local to shop, well, then we are here for you as well. So look under the YouTube Yummies category or the Saturday with Stacy category. There's a box right on our homepage. Click in and I will have all this product for you. And if your order qualifies, we'll do our best to get it expedited out to you. All right, you guys, it is me, Stacy. It is already Saturday morning. So when I say I'm going to see you soon, sooner than I thought. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you for being here with me today. Thanks for hanging with me as I just kept swimming through this class, trying to keep my eyes open. Now to go load everything and to do the images and just a little bit longer, and then I go home. Good night, everybody. Again, I'm Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Bye.